Hey there friends, welcome to today's video. My name's Ian and this is my Yarniverse. I hope you all are having a lovely day. As of posting, this is going to be a WIP Wednesday video. So I hope you're excited to hear me talk about my current WIPs and just have a little chit chat. So I hope today you can just enjoy this video, work on a craft, do what you do, grab a water, grab a snack, and let's get crafting. Let's talk about, say, blankets. I do have a very large Tunisian crochet blanket. It is this one here. It's quite massive. It's going to be very big. I started it a few years ago. It is quite the blanket. As for what I've worked on has been a few little panels here. So I did this little checker one and then these two, like a few panels here. So I've made a little bit of progress, definitely need to work on it a lot more. And my goal is to be done with this by the end of the year. That way I don't have a massive project. With that does bring me to my next project, which is another blanket. Here I have a star blanket that I started earlier, I guess last month as of January. Bring it into frame. It's from a Karen Cake. I ended up getting 6. And this is the first one, so we're down to that much. It is this one here. It is the latte cakes, and it is in color lemon sponge. Cool. With that, I did forget to mention the yarn that I was using for the Tunisian crochet blanket is from Joann's. I ended up buying a lot when they were closing, so hopefully I have enough yarn there to complete the blanket and don't need any more. But it's a nice tweed. It's like a darker gray and a nice creamy white. Like this is a mystery bag update. So I got 2 hanks in one of my mystery bags. One was a beautiful, both beautiful, yarn. One is a merino wool and the other is merino, but it was super washed. With that, I do have this much left over of 1 hank. I don't know how much is here or what to do with it. And I do have a swatch of that yarn. I just thought it was so beautiful and tonal. I loved working with this yarn. I think it would be very fun to dye yarn, try to make patterns like this. And with that, the beanie I made is here. It is, I believe, step-by-step beanie. I'll post the, what do you call it? The pattern in the info box, and it is made with a double brim construction, and I find it quite cute, if I do say so myself. I'll toot my horn, I'm very proud of this. This is the first beanie that is wearable that I've made. So I do have another one here that's, well, 2 more. One is still a work in progress. The other one I made, but it was just to see how the project worked out, and I will frog it. But yeah, this is a finished object. Not a work in progress, but it is a part of mystery bags, so I'm glad that I got some yarn destashed. And I've actually been wearing this quite a lot. And with that, we've made this lovely beanie, destashed some yarn, which I'm glad, and I made a beautiful swatch. Have a little bit left, so I'll see what else I can make with this. Maybe a cat toy, I don't know. Which does bring me to our next project, which is another beanie. This has been done completely in 2x2 ribs. I will link the pattern in the description, but I've kind of gone off script when it comes to the pattern, done my own things, but roughly I've been following Nimble Needle's pattern. So if you will all hang out with me, I really just need to do the top decreases and this should be done. Look how lovely and just beautiful that's worked out. Cool. I'm gonna pull up the pattern and get knitting. So this will be a brief intermission. All right, friends, I am going to grab my DPNs. I'm gonna move this over to DPNs. It's different just to sit here and in the quiet and think. So I'm gonna finish this off camera. Maybe I'll bring it back when I sew off and we can try it on. And yeah. And like that, this beanie is done. I think it's quite cute. Very slouchy, or it can be very slouchy. Hello, Luna. I knew once I started talking, you'd come right over. I do love this yarn. Definitely reminds me, like if you're under a tree just looking up at the sky, the blue peeking through the leaves. So glad I was able to make this. I did have to frog it back to a good chunk because I did lose yarn chicken. After that, I have this much left. So that is nice. And that means another mystery bag is done. So with that beanie being done, I do have one more WIP, but before we talk about that, I want to talk about more yarn. Luna, hello, welcome. I do want to say I got a bunch of, what is this? Baby cotton from Hobie. This was going to be a blanket of some sort, but I don't think I'll do that. It'll still be a gift, but yeah, I got that. It's a nice yellow color. And then I did pick up a few of the Twister Solid, very fine yarn. I think this is what I'm gonna work up to the blanket. I just didn't know what shade of yellow I liked more. I kind of like this one a little bit darker than the brighter yellow. This one is, I believe it's just acrylic. It is 45% acrylic, 55% cotton. Really do like this color. I say with the recent addition of more cotton yarn to the collection, I am excited to work on those projects. It'll just be something in the background that I'll be working on by the time I have to give it. It should be the end of the year, so definitely a lot of time for that. With that, I do want to talk about yarn. So obviously finishing these, I love working with wool. I haven't worked a lot with like superwash, but definitely going from the yellow to the green wool, there was a difference in like the feel. I really liked how grippy the merino wool was, but did not realize how slick the superwash was going to be. Felt a little bit like working with acrylic yarn, but still worked up really great. I really enjoyed working with those. I think if I had to like rank my yarn preference, definitely a wool. That would be like number one. Number two would be acrylic. I think it's basic yarn, very affordable. My yarn snob, of course I like luxury yarn, but isn't always feasible. So just the easy access to acrylic, I've always loved that. I mean, fun things like the Karen cotton cake, like this is pricier, but you get a lot of yarn. But I love working with this, especially when it comes to crochet. I haven't worked a ton of projects like that with knitting. Then I would say cotton, because it is still like a natural fiber, but it can be splitty, or it's just like definitely a tougher feel with. I have knit with cotton, but I would say I definitely like it more for crochet. And I feel like my first mystery bag definitely didn't set me up for success, just because I didn't realize how slippery bamboo like rayon yarn is, and I really did not enjoy working with it. I don't know what y'all think and like your preferences on yarn, but I'd say definitely like wool and acrylic are top tier. With that does bring me into the last WIP I have on the plate. I have this nice red wool. This is from our lovely Joann's. This is like a vintage yarn. I picked this up secondhand from Disco Fibers. We can see it was made in Istanbul for Joann's. Yes, I only spent $6 on this. There was a few, so I did pick those up. I have 2 balls left, and I also have this like mohair yarn. So I'm planning on making 2 of these, and what is it? It is Melt the Ice Hat, which I fully support. I would say if you have not already purchased the pattern, definitely pick it up. If you could spare $5, that's all that matters. I did make this originally in acrylic just to see how it works up. I don't love how I made it, so that's why I whipped out some nicer yarn, a little bit thinner, working up finer. So I really hope that turns out nice. But that does bring me to more of like the conversation piece that I was thinking about earlier. And I just want to set the precedent that my platform is built on love and no hate. I do not condone any sense of hate, misogyny, fascism, bigotry, especially ice. So I am proud and excited to knit up a nice version of the Melt the Ice Hat. Just for that support. I really do love the immigrant community and cannot be treated as they are. I believe in human rights, and what is happening is not right. It is not humane, and makes me not want to be on social media. Definitely has contributed to me working more on knitting, just because I know if I'm not doom scrolling, I'm not being depressed, I am not feeling bad, but I know I still need to stay informed, and that is where I pick up some social media, read some articles, see what's going on, and then it's like I put it down, I work on my projects. I'm like, there's no space for that here in my platform, and I just want to set the precedent now. Like, if you support anything like that, please unfollow me, or even better, just block me. Like, we don't need to interact on a social level. Like, that's just who I am, and it's like, if you can't say anything nice, don't say it at all, right? Whew. I will say, I know I'm coming from a place where I do have a lot of privilege, and I am aware of that. I am a white male in America, but I am a proud gay male, and I will not tolerate any sort of hate. So please don't be like that here. I want a safe space, a fun place. This is a space for us to come together and be creative and supportive. This channel, my platform, I want for creativity, love, a community. Yeah. Another topic that I've thought about a lot lately has been artificial intelligence, AI. I feel like within art, there's no space for AI. I will die on this hill. I am a big believer that AI art is not art. I understand a lot of people talk about accessibility, that they have always wanted to make art, they haven't been able to, and AI helps them. I don't think it's art. I don't think we need to be creating such junk from those resources. I'm not going to say, like, I've never used AI. I don't believe in AI. It's there. I'm not dumb. I know it's on my devices. I've played with Genmoji. I've used writing tools on my Mac to rewrite my sentences. I think at the end of the day, like, especially if you're trying to be creative, you're hurting yourself by not practicing. It's like, I'm not perfect at knitting, but I work on my craft. This past week, picked up new techniques that has helped me make a better 1x1 rib beanie. I get that it can be useful, but I feel like it's just like plagiarism. The only person you're hurting at the end of the day is yourself. Use it to write your paper, do it, but are you learning anything? No. If you use it to make a self-portrait, is it art? No. Especially ads. Oh my gosh, I hate scrolling on TikTok and I see an ad. I saw one earlier this day for some cardinal lamp. Immediately, like, I was like, ew, that's gross. Like, why are we using AI to make up products? One of my favorite content creators here on YouTube is Mia Maples. I love watching her channel. I think she can be a genuine person. One thing that she does do is shop AI, or like use that within her videos. I do enjoy them. Just, she's had a series of finding AI dresses and having somebody create them, which is great, supporting other businesses. But then also she did, like, recently buy a bunch of AI dress ads, and they're atrocious. So I feel like people falling genuine victims for those is sad, and I think there needs to be more space, especially when it comes to consumers, of protection when it comes to day-to-day use we're all our own person. We can all do what we think is right for our own selves. And I guess I just have a belief that it's not that great. I get it. I have it on my devices. I use it, but I don't use it to create art. And that's one thing I really do like about knitting, crochet. I'm interested in tatting, and I recently learned that there's a bunch of AI stuff, especially like on Amazon, that is just apparently garbage when it comes to like newer tatting stuff. And that's something I never even thought about. It's just like, oh, if I wanted to pick up a new craft and buy something, it can be AI slop. And I know that's a thing within like crochet, especially amigurumi, but I didn't think that was going to be like a thing with like tatting, and like that's something that was brought to my attention. I'm like, wow, that's interesting, and makes me want to learn tatting more, but actually from reliable resources. There's one person I follow on TikTok, and I'm just enamored. Like the skill's amazing. I just need to pick up some very thin crochet thread and a shuttle, and I think that could be a fun way to pass some time, make some cute doily, something like that. Well, friends, I'll leave it to that. I would say if you support my views, if you like my content, please like, subscribe. I'm willing to have logical debates, so please leave a comment if you're in opposition. It's as easy as to block or unfollow me if you've followed me. I just want to set the precedent now, as I am a very small creator with less than a few hundred people following me at the moment. So I guess with that, goodbye for now. I'll see you in the future.